In 2017, Princess Cruises hired me to shoot still images and videos on the Silk Road journey, a 49-day cruise from Rome to Shanghai. I brought along my buddy Yuri as an assistant and a music composer for the project. I tried daily vlogging at the time, but our days were already super packed and I had to edit and deliver content for the client as a priority. We shot with Michelin chefs, met an NBA player, and traveled to 15 countries. What I want to do now is take a look at the footage and share with you the process of what it is to shoot and produce content on a cruise ship, with its limitations and being in a bubble for 2 months.
What's up? Welcome to Ho Chi Minh City. Boom!
Hello everybody and welcome back. Day 34 and we are in Ho Chi Minh, Vietnam.
Which way is bus 7?
Once again, we are a little bit far from the port, so guess what? Another 2-hour bus ride to get into Ho Chi Minh City. Let's do this.
Alright, so we're in Vietnam. And like the other day, we have a 2-hour bus ride to get into town.
So we jumped on the ship bus that got us into the city, and our bus guide, we had a guide on board, and he was a chatterbox. He just kept talking and talking and would not shut up.
Minced pork and green
This guy's been
green
talking
beans as well.
non-stop for
So they fried them.
He
They
won't
fried
shut
them.
up.
And after a few
And we
minutes,
can't sleep.
you can have
Alright, so that was the most excruciatingly painful bus ride I've ever taken. The guy wouldn't shut up. He was talking about everything, about buttons on his phone, about how to tip, how to, I don't know, he just wouldn't shut up. So now we're in Ho Chi Minh, looking for some cash and Wi-Fi and coffee. Today we are millionaires for the first time, baby!
Vietnamese culture has been around me for a long time. I have a lot of close family friends that have Vietnamese origins or have lived in Vietnam. So I love the culture and I love the food. So as you can imagine, our first stop, as usual, is getting a bit of local flavors. And since this is Yuri's first time in Asia, I gotta show him some street food.
All right, we're looking for dish number 1. We're gonna have some soup. Pho. Check this out.
I looked online and singled out one place I wanted to go to, and when we got there, it was closed or it didn't exist anymore. So we walked around a little bit more, and in Vietnam, you can just walk around and you'll find street food everywhere. So we sat down in this small little restaurant, which had one little fan for the whole place. I was already sweating. Ordered some soup. Yes, at the time I was eating meat. If you've been following these vlogs, I'm vegetarian now, but I was eating meat 2 years ago. And we ordered the soups arrived. I had already put a bit of chili, but the owner saw that I was trying to mix in some of the local chili, so she came in and added a spoonful in my soup of every single chili that she had and mixed it up and just said, that's how you're supposed to eat it. I love spicy food. I absolutely love it, but that was a lot.
So these are some spicy chilies here. We're already sweating. So far, probably the best soup we've had on this trip, I think.
And the sweat level definitely got way higher.
So she pretty much mixed all the chilies possible into one sauce, and then we put it into our soups. So it's getting a little hot in here. What do you think? Look at that sweat. Look at that sweat. But it's delicious.
As a first meal in Vietnam, it was awesome. And a great start of the day. After getting some food, we had to get the shots for a client. So you know the drill by now. We made our way to one of the biggest markets in Ho Chi Minh City. This was an indoor market with a lot of different stalls that were selling souvenirs, flowers, t-shirts.
Hello, thank you. Not too short, thank you.
You buy t-shirt here?
Every single stand was trying to reel us in, sometimes physically.
Hello, buy t-shirt.
Putain, c'est limite si t'attrapes pas quoi. No.
You want to buy something? Em ngon lắm bạn ơi. Em ngon lắm bạn ơi.
Reste détaillé. Touriste.
It was quite funny. We stood out. They were definitely making fun of us. And we had a gimbal in one hand. We had like cameras going everywhere, and it was just a hilarious experience in the market.
Movies and video. You too. Alright, we get stopped every 2 seconds and grabbed to get t-shirts, but right now we're just gonna grab some magnets before we head out of the market.
After all that action and all that walking around, we decided to take a quick caffeine break to grab some nice iced coffee.
What is this? Thank you. Thank you. Gene. We decided to go and have like a little drink, cool off, and then go get the shots for the company. And we have 2 hours left until we have to get back to the bus for another 2-hour ride back.
Just like Bangkok, we were on a bit of a schedule and we still had a few shots for the client. We had a cathedral to shoot, a statue, and just general Ho Chi Minh city life.
So Ho Chi Minh Express is happening right now.
We walked around everywhere. Let me tell you, crossing the street in Ho Chi Minh City is an experience in itself, well worth the trip.
We just got our shot. Moving on. Right, it's raining here in Ho Chi Minh, so we're gonna get a taxi and head back to the meeting point. We couldn't really get too many shots today, but okay, at least we got some good soup.
So at this point, you must be used to us cutting it short on time. As usual, I don't leave a place, especially in Asia, without getting some local snacks. So we stopped for a quick juice break because our energy levels are going low after running around for a few hours, and look for a convenience store to get snacks for the road, for the ship.
On fait des snacks, tu rigoles. Alright, pineapple juice. We gotta get a pineapple juice, we gotta get some snacks and a banh mi in 10 minutes before we go this way to the bus.
Yuri was getting a little nervous about timing, but I wanted to make sure he tried one last street food dish before we made our way back. And that was banh mi, the fusion French-Vietnamese sandwich. A sandwich made with French baguette, just delicious.
Sandwiches, and now we're getting the snacks. We gotta finish off our Vietnamese dongs. Maybe get some of this here. Ça c'est cool. Toi t'as des sandwichs?
We found our convenience store and got snacks for the sea, drinks, and then hauled ass to make it to our bus stop.
Yeah.
So as usual, we made it back on time. We weren't early. People were waiting for us on the bus, and they actually gave us like a standing ovation when we made it to the bus.
Last one's on the bus.
But we were not late. We were just right on time. That's just the way to do it when you travel, I think, especially when you don't have too much time around.
So we're back, and our stand-up tour guide is going for round 2. Another hour and a half of talking here. All right, we're ending the day with banh mi sandwiches. See you later, Vietnam.
So that was one day in Vietnam as millionaires in the local currency. It was a great day. We managed to get all our footage in, some beautiful shots. We experienced the local frenetic pace there. It was awesome. Got some snacks as usual. If you enjoyed the footage, please feel free to subscribe. And if you haven't already, hit the notification bell so you know when the next videos are coming out. Come join me on Instagram. I posted a photo a day during the trip, and I still post a photo a day during my travels and everyday life. On the way back, the bus driver gave us one final surprise. He didn't shut up on the way back either, and also added a little bit of a bonus material in the end for us, right before we boarded the ship. Little musical note.
I don't wanna live without you. Nothing's gonna change my love for you. You ought to know by now how much I love you. One thing you can be sure of, I'll never ask for more than your love. Nothing's gonna change my love for you. You ought to know by now how much I love you.
As usual, I'll see you for the next one.